Never see cash unless they visit a museum.
Digital currency.
Digital currency.
Digital currency.
Digital currency.
Digital currency.
Cashless society.
Cashless future. Digital currency.
Cash free.
Cashless.
Cashless society. A cashless society.
Digital cash takes the worst of surveillance capitalism and the worst of surveillance states, merges them together in this fascist dystopia where every transaction you ever made tells something about your habits, your politics, your associations, your movement, your physical location. And on the one hand, all of this data gets collected and shared among all of the intelligence agencies and corporations, or leaked. And on the other hand, if the people in power choose to, they can decide to debank you overnight. They turn off the switch. Now imagine what happens if your bank account is shut down and cash doesn't exist. Well, you can't eat. You can't buy food. Done. You can't use transportation. You can't rent an apartment. They can literally destroy your life in a second. This is happening today in China.
Social credit score system rank its citizens based on their online behavior.
The state will go over every detail of a person's life with a fine-tooth comb. Their financial situation, spending habits, career, even behavior on social media.
People who have a negative credit score on that system are denied access to public transportation. They're denied access to airlines, they're denied access to trains, they're denied access to jobs in the government, they're denied access to apartments to rent. They're doing that today. Now, today, those people have cash to go back on. What happens when there's no cash? This very misguided idea that if you eradicate cash, you'll eradicate crime. Which of course you won't, because people will substitute cash with something else. And also, if the only people who are allowed to be intermediaries are the large corporations, they will commit the crime. It's like if you want to rob a bank nowadays, the best way to do so is to have a banking license. Then you can rob the entire bank and or country with complete immunity. If you rob one person and steal 20 pounds from them, you're going to jail and you're going to spend a long time there. If you rob 2 million people of their homes and mortgages, right, you're not going to jail. You're getting a 10 million bonus from the bank and you're retiring in peace and quiet in the countryside.
All right, shalom, shalom. And first and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakagodash. A double honors to the apostles and elders. Salutations to Akim. All right, that's pushing this truth and sincerity. All right. So basically what you got to see is the beast system at work. All right, kind of reminds me of that movie Minority Report. All right. And you see how in China they got the social credit system set up based on your behavior. All right. And they call that behavioral economics. They got a whole, document on this thing. And what we see is Esau has done his diligent search. Scriptures talk about him searching out iniquities. Micah 2 and 2, they practice evil upon their beds, and this is them putting it into fruition. All right. This is the image of the beast manifesting itself. Or him, I can say it like, Esau given power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right. Which is pretty much surveilling your lives, what you do and say on social media, what you buy, what you sell on these different marketplaces. It's all being thrown into a database. All right. And they already got these social sets in which they, categorizing people. All right. And one good example on how they, or the outcome is red list, blue list. All right. Whether or not, you're going to be pretty much outcast based on your beliefs, man, based on your beliefs. And it started to make more sense when you read Revelations 13:15. All right. And of course, all of these are leading to the main prophecy, which is the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. Which a lot of people deny. And we're seeing the infrastructure being laid out right in front of us. All right. And these people are still in denial, and it goes to what David said, let that let the table be made a snare, man. You know, and that which was for their welfare should be, you know, become basically it's gonna be your ruin, man. You know, because y'all didn't believe in his truth. But it's starting to become more clear. Revelations 13:15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. And as you can see, the AI system in which controls what, you know, the structure, the society structure, you know, it controls what the public opinion and what people believe, and it tells you what you can believe and what you can't believe. All right. And it's heavy right now with these different social media platforms. They're, you know, pretty much censoring and taking down information. It's an information war, you know, it's an intel war, you know, it's a whole lot of things going on, especially with Esau and what he's doing now. All right. And the next move, all right, is definitely going to catch everybody off guard, you know, but there's, you know, a boatload of different scenarios we can run, you know, but all in all, you know, we know that day ain't going to come as a thief towards us, according to 1 Thessalonians 5:1. All right. We just know that this thing is headed completely solely by Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, leading to his grand, you know, his grand will, his grand plan, his master plan. All right. So Salakia, Revelations 13:15, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. All right. That the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. They can cut off they call it, he used the term, is it debanked, or, you know, something to the extent of that, but the banks are able to control your account. They can turn off your account. They can turn off anything. All right. And, yeah, man, they've searched out this thing and was able to give life unto this thing, able to build this AI system that control, and is, of course, is satanic in nature. So all the merits of this whole image of the beast, this whole society, all right, of course, is of a satanic nature. And if you of the light, if you of truth, you know, you're going to be the enemy. All right. Yeah. Isaiah 59:15, it tells you that. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to write that down. All right. And I just had a slew of precepts, you know, which I'm going to go ahead and read. You know, they pretty much explain everything, you know, but it's eye opening. It's eye popping to see this thing match up with the scriptures. All right. So that the image of the beast should both speak. And that's the AI algorithmic system, which is geared to the Satanism. All right. To the rules and regulations of the New World Order. And if you're against that, the rules and regulations of the New World Order, all right, you're going to be casted out. All right. So, man, this thing is powerful, man. The Lord is powerful, man. And the more we trust in him, the more we start to see the grand scheme of things, man. All right. And you people that's, you know, against the scriptures, you really don't know, you know, and it's fine. You don't know what you're doing. You know, you're just doing it based on sheer emotion, like a woman would, you know, out of spite, so to speak. So, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. And so we're seeing the image manifest itself. Let's start with 2 Ezra, the 9th. All right. Let's start with 2 Ezra, the 9th chapter and the 20th verse. Okay. Because that guy explained something important in the very beginning. You know, you got these surveillance databases coming together, and it pretty much they're bringing this thing to a head, so to speak, man. You know, especially through this technology, which is the main vehicle of this new world order. 2 Ezra 9:20. So I considered the world, and behold, there it was peril because of the devices that were come into it. All right. So, in other words, danger. When you go into this word peril, let's go into this word peril really quick, and then we're gonna look up the word devices. All right. Lord willing, again, hopefully Joachim and Aquathium are edified. It says serious and immediate danger. All right. A setback to the state could present a peril regime. Right. So a jeopardy, risk. What? Your life is at risk. Your well-being is at risk. OK. because they want to push vaccinations. They really want to push control. They want to sterilize people. They want to control people. All right. Every which way. All right. So hazard, insecurity, danger, uncertainty, a menace, threat, pitfall, problem. All right. And so that's what these devices are going to bring. All right. Pitfalls and a whole lot of problems. All right. Look up the word devices really quick. All right. Device, weapon, computing. See? Computing. Ain't that ironic? Computing. All right. And that's basically what we're talking about, AI systems. But of course it comes from a man. It comes from Esau, who has built it so he can search and destroy his enemies. That's against that's against his will, because now he's God. It says weapons, computing, rhetoric. See, rhetoric. And it goes into ideology too. All right. Heraldry. A thing made or adapted for a particular purpose, especially a piece of mechanical or electronic equipment. All right. Devices can be more of a spiritual or I guess a metaphorical aspect too, but this is what we're speaking towards, the devices, this technology. All right. So Salakia. Right. And if you haven't watched that movie Minority Report, watch it. All right. Because it basically breaks down, precog, pre-crime, and they can determine whether or not you're going to commit a crime based on what you do, what you say on social media. Or they can make you out to be a terrorist based on what you do and what you say on social media. Now, what we say is right, according to the scriptures. But if it's against their tenets of their new world order, guess what? All right. That means you're the enemy. OK. And brothers understand, sisters understand. Be careful what you post. And that's why the apostles and elders always, warned us that, hey, if we speak, and the scriptures say it, man, if you speak according to the oracles of the Most High, man. All right. Speak towards what the scriptures is saying, not our own vain opinion. All right. Because most of the time, yeah, we're hurt. We get mad. We get angry and we say things out of spite. All right. And it may be truthful. We go put you Edomites to death and all this other stuff. That's true. We can't say that. That's going without a shadow of a doubt, But like the scriptures say, you got to be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. All right. The main thing is warn these people. Let them know about the kingdom. Let them know about the destruction, because it's coming. All right. And I don't want to be having to face the Heavenly Father. All right. And his son, Yahweh Shai, and those holy angels. All right. Because a lot of you going to melt with shame. All right. Because you are ashamed of the Lord's doctrine. Isaiah 59:15. Yea, truth faileth, and he that departed from evil maketh himself a prey. So that's basically when you depart from this society, you're going to become a prey. All right. You're going to become a victim. All right. And it says, and the Lord Yahweh saw it, and it displeased him that there was no judgment. All right. And so there's no real judgment. All right. Judgment has been turned aside. Folly is set in great dignity. All right. So folly is extolled to the clouds. And that's what we see in this world. All right. And that's why people continue to do what they do. And they find excuse to continue to live in the social sets or the mindset that they living in. All right. Because of society enables it. All right. This society enables the adultery. This society enables this faithless generation. They enable homosexuality. They enable all these different things. All right. They enable gluttony, where you can become fat. You can eat. You live to eat. All these different do without wilt, tenets, so to speak. All right. OK, so next scripture is Isaiah 10. I know I'm kind of all over the place. Let me see. Isaiah 10:1. All right. You're dealing with a devil that pretty much created this whole algorithmic system, Salakia, surveillance system, to unjustly go after the poor, go after the ones that's against the tyranny. All right. Isaiah 10:1. Woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. All right. And this is going to be grievous. Everything is going to be a rule. Everything is going to be a crime. Watch. All right. Watch and wait. Psalms 56:6. All right. Psalms 56:6. And it reads, it says, they gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. And another word for, marking somebody's step. The Hebrew word is shamar, to observe, to watch over one's steps. And that's what our enemies do to us. They watch what we're doing. They watch what we're buying. They watch what we're saying. And now they even know what we're thinking just by all these behavioral economics. And I just call it that. You can look it up. They had a whole document on it. I'm telling you, Esau done a diligent search, But anyway, they're doing all that based on your behavioral economics. Okay. Based on what you do, what you think. Okay. So they're marking your steps. Okay. When they wait for my soul. And also they're marking your words. The scriptures talk about they fabricate our words. Oh, there you go. Psalms 56:5. Every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. All right. And so another word is to fabricate your words. And what the Lord said, if they kept my words, if they kept my sayings, they shall keep your sayings. So they're recording everything and at least highlighting the things that is against them so they can use it against us in their court of law. All right. Which is social media, because that's the courthouse now. All right. Verse 7, shall they escape by iniquity? In thine anger cast down the people, O God. I'm going to read verse 6 again. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. All right. And yeah, man. So this thing is definitely going to be a policed world. We're living in a policed state with this whole new world order and these whole measures due to COVID-19 shutdowns. All right. Psalms 56:7. Shall they escape by iniquity? In thine anger to cast down the people, O power. Thou tellest my wanderings. Put thou my tears into thy bottle. Are they not in thy book? Right. So the Lord is definitely, he's marking certain things down himself. All right. Because nobody's going to be able to escape this. And this is what we talk about when we talk about the hour of temptation. All right. Surrounding this whole being vaccinated. Mainly the RFID chip, which is the mark of the beast. All right. Being forced upon the people. When I cry unto thee, then shall mine enemies turn back. This I know for the Most High is for me. And we're going to see that more often. All right. Than not. All right. Because the scriptures talk about being scarcely saved. All right. Being put in dangerous situations and being saved at the last minute, But that's why the scriptures say, strive unto the truth until death, for the Lord shall fight for you. All right. And that's all that matters. Who's going to fight for you when this is all said and done? What God are you going to call upon when this is all said and done? What spell are you going to cast? How many palms you going to read? You know what I'm saying? How many cards you going to pull out? That ain't going to save you, man. This shit is going to really start affecting people. All right. And really, it's the Lord doing it. All right. The Lord is reaching out and touching these people. All right. So that's Psalms 56:6. Let me see. Isaiah 29:21. All right. Because this is what it's going to be. This algorithm. This is what it's going to be doing, man. Isaiah 29:21. That make a man an offender for a word and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate. All right. And that's what us brothers, we do the truth. We on YouTube, in different social media platforms, pushing the truth. All right. So they're going to make us an offender. This is why they're going to persecute us, because it is word. When we, as Isaiah 59:15 tell you, those that depart from evil make it themselves a prey. So, yeah, we're being targeted based on what we say and what we do. All right. And turn aside the just for a thing of not. You see. So, yeah. So they're going to make you an offender for a word. All right. which is okay. You know, they did it to, you know, the prophets, and it's a prerequisite. You know, whether or not you know you're a prophet or not, or, you know, at least a man of the Lord. Salakia. Psalm 71:11, saying, God hath forsaken him, persecuted. Oh, let me go up. Psalm 71:10, it says, for mine enemies speak against me, and they that lay wait for my soul take counsel together. You see? And that's what this whole, well, Esau has been doing. The elitists at the very top, they've been speaking against the children of Israel. They've been trying to accuse us to the Father every day, searching out iniquity so they can, you know, pass that bottle on to us and watch us drink, you know, their ways, so to speak, you know. It says, and they lay wait for my soul, take counsel together, saying God had forsaken him. All right. And that's what they believe, you know, because Jake is destroyed and we don't really have no backing, so to speak. We do have a backing, but the Lord hasn't showed himself yet fully. He hasn't set up that standard. And they think that it's okay to go and pounce on us because nobody is there to protect us. You know what I'm saying? It's like that a lion cub being left alone while the hyenas are pretty much in the mother, the lioness, you know, is pretty much caught off guard. All right. And the hyenas are slowly approaching that cub to take its life. That's how it is. You know, it says, saying God hath forsaken him, persecute him and take him, for there is none to deliver him. O God, be not far from me. O my power, make haste for my help, which he's going to do. All right. You believe it. We definitely need a miracle. If you thought we didn't, well, you're delusional, man, and you're reprobate. All right. And you're really not in reality. OK, we needed faith. We need a miracle. All right. We don't need economics. OK, we need the spiritual. All right. To save us. All right. It says, let them be confounded and consumed that are adversaries to my soul. Let them be covered with reproach and dishonor that seek my hurt. But I will hope continually and will yet praise thee more and more. You see, that's for you, Akim, man. All right. You got to praise the Lord more and more. All right. And pretty much, you know, hey, you know, take a look at these things. We're seeing a beast system at work with this whole social credit. These social credit systems. China's an example. They're the leading nation in the world that's pretty much taking on these different new measures as far as the new world order is concerned due to the pandemic, because the pandemic is a ploy that they're using to spawn and to bring in a new world order. These different measures, taking people's rights, so on and so forth, you name it. Look up behavioral economics. I just made this shit up. AI, algorithmic quantitative data surveillance. You know, just look up each word by itself. You know, basically all it is saying is that it's a computer taking all this data, and I'm talking about loads of data, and basically forming it, and basically, you know, by process of elimination, they're gonna weed out those that fit or for the system, and that's not for the system. And it's mainly you Israelites. You're not for the system, all right? Because they want to eradicate you, unless, you know, you are willing to sell out, you know. And with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakodash. A double honor to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. And keep a watchful eye. Salutations to you, Akim, that's out there doing the work of truth and sincerity. And Shalom.